arachnoth herd this big before. One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Monster Hunter Wilds is an upcoming action role-playing video game developed and published by Capcom. Players take the role of a custom hunter character who travels to the Forbidden Lands, an unpopulated landmass filled with monsters, in order to locate a missing expedition party. 1. As with previous games in the series, the player's hunter tracks and fights monsters, either capturing or slaying them, from which they gain rewards in the form of monster parts and other resources. Along with other resources collected in the game world, the player can then craft new armor, weapons, consumables, and other gear which allow them to fight more difficult monsters.
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is an action-adventure stealth game similar to its predecessors. It is developed on an upgraded version of Anvil, utilizing dynamic lighting and environmental interactions with new enhancements such as breakable props, in addition to allowing players to manipulate shadows and use a grappling hook for parkour. The game's open world, whose size is comparable to that from Assassin's Creed Origins, progresses through seasons, each affecting gameplay, including frozen water and icicles in winter, long grass and blooming plants in spring. Missions are non-linear, encouraging players to track and eliminate targets freely. In a change from previous games, vantage points will exist in the world, but only to help the player scan the environment for points of interest, rather than populating the player's map with objectives markers.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Judas, a disintegrating starship. A desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas. Your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what you broke, or will you leave it to burn? Judas is a narrative FPS developed by Ghost Story Games, a studio led by Ken Levine, creative director of System Shock 2, BioShock, and BioShock Infinite.
People say I have this coming.
Killing Floor 3, it's 2091, and Megacorp Horzine has produced the ultimate army, an obedient horde of bioengineered monsters called Zeds. Now, join the rebel group Nightfall in this co-op action horror FPS that puts you and your teammates in a battle for the future of humanity. Brace yourself for the most lethal Zeds yet. Every enemy has been redesigned and retuned with smarter AI, making them faster, deadlier, and more strategic than ever. Drop into a variety of treacherous hot zones where you'll have to contain the further spread of the outbreak. Thankfully, you can use the environment to your advantage by activating turrets, fans, and other devastating traps.
And the woods are home to summers don't sleep. So sit.
Atomfall is an action game played from a first-person perspective. Set in an alternate history in which the 1957 wind-scale fire rendered much of the Lake District, Cumbria in radioactive fallout. Players can collect various resources and scraps to craft weapons, or use firearms to defeat enemies, though ammunitions are scarce in the game. While Atomfall is billed as a survival game, players only need to manage the player character's health and heart rate. Combat, sprinting and kicking enemies will increase the protagonist's heart rate, resulting in darkened vision and muffled hearing. Stealth tactics can also be used, and the game can be completed without killing any enemy. Killing all characters in the game is also an option.
There are beings who brought chaos to Providence.
Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure set in the beautiful, yet brutal continent of Pyrewall. Discover adventure, uncover wonders, and experience thrilling action as you witness the saga surrounding Cliff, leader of the Greymanes, whose mission takes him on an incredible journey. Join Cliff, captain of the Greymanes, and his comrades as they embark on a relentless journey to defend Pyrewall and fulfill their mission. Along your perilous path stands both dependable allies and countless foes who will stop at nothing to see your downfall.
Will you help us, Henry?
Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2 is an open-world action role-playing game in which the protagonist is controlled from a first-person perspective. Once again, tasks or missions can be handled in different ways. The NPCs and society will react respectively. According to Warhorse Studios, the reactions of society and the game world to the player character, PC, in turn influence his path. Ultimately, the decisions of the player affect the character development and the life of the PC itself.
I've been having nightmares.
Clair Obscur: Expedition 33 is a groundbreaking turn-based RPG with unique real-time mechanics, making battles more immersive and addictive than ever. Explore a fantasy world inspired by Belle Epoque France in which you battle devastating enemies. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints upon her monolith. Paints her cursed number. And everyone of that age turns to smoke and fades away. Year by year, that number ticks down and more of us are erased. Tomorrow she'll wake and paint 33. And tomorrow we depart on our final mission, destroy the paintress, so she can never paint death again. We are Expedition 33. Grand Theft Auto 6 is set in the fictional open-world state of Leonida, based on Florida, which includes Vice City, a fictionalized version of Miami. Vice City was previously featured in Grand Theft Auto 1997, and as the main setting of Grand Theft Auto Vice City 2002, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories 2006. The game world parodies contemporary American culture with satirical depictions of social media and influencer culture, and references to internet memes such as Florida Man. The story follows a criminal duo, Lucia, the series' first female protagonist since 2000, and her male partner. The first trailer depicts Lucia as a prison inmate, and later evading custody with her partner. Marvel's Wolverine has been a long time coming now, and we're still waiting for the official release of new information and gameplay details. The good news is that developer Insomniac Games has shifted its full production towards the development of this new Wolverine game now, which means its launch will be inching ever closer.
Referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be
Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater retains the core gameplay mechanics first implemented in Metal Gear Solid 3 and refined from the foundation of previous Metal Gear titles, involving Snake having to be controlled by the player as he traverses a variety of environments both in tropical and industrial settings while evading hostile enemies, traps and other methods of surveillance that can expose his cover over the course of the game's overarching infiltration mission, all while procuring an assortment of melee weapons, firearms, and gadgetry that aid him while sneaking and confronting threats.
You brought America together, helped it be reborn as the UCA.
Death Stranding 2 is set to launch on PS5 in 2025, with creative director Hideo Kojima finally confirming the title of this long-awaited sequel back in February 2024. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach will plunge us back into a strange and unpredictable world beyond the borders of the UCA. Returning protagonist Sam Porter Bridges will be attempting to connect a new population together, all while traversing a world beset by otherworldly enemies, unpredictable conditions, and even more challenging environments.
To rely on human porters anymore. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group.
I see the sky.
Embark on an epic odyssey to save your sister and the whole of humankind from dimensional invaders in Lost Soul Aside, a stylish single-player action-adventure RPG. Chain lightning-fast combos, learn new abilities, and upgrade your weapons as you take on formidable enemies and colossal bosses in fast, dynamic combat.
Trees arise, let flowers bloom, even in me.
6 Days in Fallujah is a first-person tactical military shooter that recreates true stories of Marines, soldiers, and Iraqi civilians during the toughest urban battle since 1968. Lead a fire team through real events from the battle. Each mission is played through the eyes of a real person who narrates what happened. One tap orders your team to fix enemies in place with suppressive fire, breach and clear rooms, and more. The Go command makes it as easy to direct your team as it is to fire your weapon.
But some moments must be.
Ghost of Itay is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is a standalone sequel to the 2020 game Ghost of Tsushima. It is set to release for PlayStation 5 in 2025. ILL, the narrative-driven first-person survival horror game that transports you to a sinister settlement with the goal of uncovering the unsettling truth behind its descent into bloodthirsty madness. Brace yourself for an intense body horror with an advanced dismemberment system, dynamic enemy behavior, complex weapon mechanics, an immersive interactive world, and strategic survival and crafting, all contributing to an unforgettable visceral journey into despair. Adaptation is your key to survival against the ghoulish monstrous creatures. Employ diverse strategies, scavenge for vital supplies, craft essential tools, and enhance your weaponry. Leave behind the daily grind and embark on a dark trip through an enthralling storyline and the heart-pounding horror of a once peaceful town. Will you survive the nightmare and reveal the chilling secrets hidden by the creaking of the streets and the rushing of water? Chrono Odyssey, a next-generation action MMORPG. Game features include awe-inspiring visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5, a vast and intricately designed seamless open world, dynamic action-based combat mechanics based on time manipulation and extensive customization. A seamless and unrestricted exploration of any terrain is offered by Chrono Odyssey thanks to its open-world concept. It also features many different biomes, including grasslands, snowlands, swamps, and more. The adventure through the world of Chrono Odyssey offers much to explore. Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game that combines intense melee combat with the thrill of exploration. Explore a semi-open world to find answers to your questions and face mysterious creatures all along your journey. As well as the civil war dividing the country, the region is suffering from a mysterious calamity, which has given rise to supernatural creatures that no modern weapon can defeat. Your drone and sword from a different age are your faithful allies as you cut a path through lands infested with terrifying chimeras and try to unravel the mystery of their appearance.
Is anyone there?
Jurassic Park: Survival. Return to Isla Nublar the day after the event of the beloved 1993 Jurassic Park film in an original adventure 65 million years in the making. Survive thrilling first-person action as InGen scientist Dr. Maya Joshi, who was unable to evacuate Isla Nublar, in this single-player action-adventure game and discover a never-before-told story. Through thrilling encounters, experience the wonder and danger of dinosaurs, each with their own distinct and adaptive behaviors brought to life by John Hammond's vision.
Commit yourself, your life, to this family.
Mafia, The Old Country, a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Fight to survive as Enzo Favara and prove your worth to the Cosa Nostra in this immersive third-person action-adventure set during a dangerous, unforgiving era. This thrilling narrative is brought to life by stunning visuals, cinematic storytelling, and the authentic realism that the critically acclaimed Mafia series is known for. Enzo's story unfolds in a time when skill with a stiletto blade was a deadly asset, a Lupra sawed-off shotgun was a go-to firearm, murderous vendettas raged for decades, and mafiosi patrolled their protection rackets on foot, horseback, or behind the wheel of turn-of-the-century motorcars.
If I do not keep my oath,
And that's the list. Hopefully you found a few new gems to your gaming library. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon next time.